It's not often that I'm recording at 5 o'clock in the morning, but when it has to do with Life by You, then it's completely necessary. Hey everyone, it's Matt and welcome back to the channel. We now have more news, another update on the brand new life simulation game that is going to be coming hopefully sometime this year by the end of the year. I have yet to watch this clip, guys. We're going to be reacting to it here. So without further ado, let's get started.
I want to walk you through the differences between direct and indirect control in Life by You. Right now, I'm in indirect control. I click on a point to navigate to it, or I click on an object to interact with it. However, if I click on this icon, I can activate direct control. Now I can use mouse and keyboard, or I can use a controller to directly move my person around the world. Whatever object I'm focused on or looking at, I can interact with using the button or the mouse. In addition, when I get near my parked vehicle, I can activate or summon my vehicle to enter direct control drive mode. Yeah, I'm just steering left and right using my keyboard.
Okay, I gotta admit, this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. Like, we already knew that you could do this. They already announced it and revealed it, but it just hits different when you actually see it firsthand. And I'm kind of liking the graphics now, honestly. I think their faces and the appearance of the characters, humans themselves, is a little weird, a little wonky. But as far as the environment, I'm actually kind of liking the way that this is turning out. I think it's so cool how you can do the traditional mode, the mode that we're all familiar with in the Sims franchise, clicking and walking and interacting and all of that stuff, and having a queue, but you can also switch to direct control mode. So if you're not playing a large family and you don't need to micromanage and multitask, and you just have one human, you can just direct control everything, driving and even walking. Like, that is so cool. It's really giving me Sims busting out, and also Sims 2 on console. Do you guys remember Sims 2 on PlayStation 2 or Sims 2 on, I think it was on GameCube, I'm not sure. I had it on PlayStation 2, but it did have direct control mode, which was such a fun part of that game. Let's continue this here because I'm blown away.
And I can use mouse to look around the world, maybe check in what my neighbors are talking about. Now I can go shopping, I can park up here, maybe go for a look around that park first.
My first thought as he was coming up on those cars, can you hit other cars? Can you run people down? Like, I have a lot of questions here, okay? There's a lot of things that I want to know. I know, I shouldn't be laughing at those types of things, but the Grand Theft Auto player in me wants to know if those kinds of things can happen in this game. It's just so cool though. I just never thought that we would have something like this, but this just looks so cool. There's just so much to look forward to with Life Sims, and again, I feel like I'm really rooting for all of them. Like, Sims is definitely going to improve now that they have this competition, but I'm looking forward to Life by You. I'm looking forward to Paralives. There's so much that I'm looking forward to with life simulation. It's gonna be an exciting next couple of years for sure.
Hit the space bar, and now my car's parked for me to return to later. That's it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.
That's it. And I'm mad because I didn't want it to end. We're gonna put this thing on repeat. We're gonna press play and we're gonna do it all over again, except this time we're gonna hyper analyze. There's a package outside still. We still have that notification. There's also some other things here at the top right. Saw Neely running late for work. Hope their boss doesn't notice. Saw Farin running late for work. Hope their boss doesn't notice. Their faces look a little weird. Like, if you look at those little portraits at the top right, there's just something about their face that is giving Play-Doh. I hope that that's polished. I'm kind of on the fence about the faces because we got some pictures in one of the first reveals and I thought that they looked really good in the character creator, but in here they look a little different, especially in those pictures. And you can see we're not fully zoomed in on this human, so they look a little fuzzy, but I feel like when you zoom in, there's gonna be more detail with them. I was kind of noticing that earlier on in this video when he was having his character drive, you could see the lines on the road were like really sharp and clear in full resolution right in front of him, but then the farther you looked into the distance, the blurrier things got to a point where you couldn't even make out the lines on the road anymore. And I'm gonna point that out when we get back to that point in this video clip, but from what we're seeing here, this looks exciting. I do hope there are some improvements to the UI. I think it's pretty good, pretty minimalistic. It doesn't take up too much on the screen, but I feel like things could maybe be shrunken down just a little bit more. Also curious to know if we're running this on higher resolutions, if that is going to be shrunken down for us, or if we're gonna have an option to make the UI smaller or bigger, kind of like we have in The Sims 4. All right, let's watch this again here. I'm gonna really pay close attention to some small details. Animations aren't bad. They're definitely giving IMVU a little bit, but again, there's a lot that needs to be polished. I'm just still so blown away with this. Like, this is so freaking cool. Like, just seeing things from their perspective, from their eyes. Look at the flamingo on the lawn. Oh my gosh. Smell flowers. Ooh, harvest your herbs. I think it's cool how you can summon your car anywhere. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Watch as he's driving. Like, you see how the lines are perfect right here in front. Now look in the distance. You can see that they're like barely loaded, and they load in as you drive, which I guess isn't a bad thing. It's probably gonna make things run a lot smoother. Also, what's with the car just chilling in the middle of the road? Are there gonna be other people driving around? Like, will we be able to see that too? And there's also some controls here. Space to stop driving and tab to exit direct control. Okay. I wanna see more gameplay. There's so much more that I wanna see with this, guys. It's just so cool to me that we're getting another base game. You know, it's like, I'm getting that like excitement feeling back. Like when The Sims 4 first came out, you know, before we realized a lot of stuff was missing, but like when that was getting ready to launch, like that was such an exciting time. It's always fun to have a new base game. Like, yes, new DLCs, new expansion packs are a fun experience, but that's just content loaded on top of a base game. And it does get old pretty fast, but it's like we're getting a whole new base game, a whole new different game, and from a whole new developer too. Like, this is gonna be so much fun to explore, even if it's not for you, or even if it's not for me. If I'm speaking for myself, it's still gonna be fun to try it and experiment with it and, you know, find out if it's for me or not, because I won't know until I play. But share your thoughts below and what you guys think about this new direct controls clip, kind of showing off all of those things and scratching the surface with what we can do in Life by You. And of course, if there's any new information, if there's any news, I'm gonna be back as soon as possible. I love you guys. I appreciate you for watching. Take care. Happy simming, happy paraliving. And we gotta come up with a name for this game now. I don't know. For now, we'll just say Happy Life by You playing. I don't know. Happy living. I don't know. Something. We'll have to come up with something. Take care. Bye, everyone.